What's up, bosses? Welcome to About Her Business, the podcast where we leave all the gossip at the door and get straight down to business. I'm your host, Jonte. And today we're switching things up a little bit. So I recently did a thing. I became a fintech consultant. And today I have my mentors, Miss Vicky Holmes and Miss Roselle Hampton here today to help me discuss the business a little bit. So ladies, grab those cups and those notepads and let's get down to it. The meeting is now in session. Welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having me.
Thanks for
Thank you
having
both
us.
for being here. I am super excited to have you both on today and helping me explain to my community on this new business venture that I have started. And so, are y'all ready to get into it?
I'm
Yes,
ready.
ma'am.
Let's go.
Let's
Let's
go.
get right to it.
So, many business owners have great ideas, but struggle with the foundation, such as getting the LLC. Can you explain the LLC services and how do they work?
That's actually a great question. So, in United States of America, more than 7 out of 10 businesses are in sole proprietorship, which means they have not put up a business structure, right? That's why we're helping them with a free LLC. You are helping them with a free LLC. And an LLC is a business structure that is best for businesses that are starting. So any business that's making a revenue of about maybe $60,000 or less, the best structure for them is an LLC. So now your business, Miss Jonte, is going to walk them through the LLC process for free. And they don't have to pay for anything aside from they have to pay the state filing fee, which is different for different states, of course. And that's pretty much all they do. After they file their LLC with you, they're going to get their articles of organization. And after their articles of organization, we're going to help them with a free EIN with the IRS, and then after that, they're good to go.
And, everybody loves something free. And I know here in my state of Alabama, people are charging anywhere from $200 to $1,000 to help people set up their LLC. Plus, they have to actually pay that fee of 50 to become an LLC. So I think that is a great offer that I can now help people do because a lot of people in my community were literally struggling with coming up with those consultation fees
Mhm.
and becoming an LLC. So, Roselle, thank you again for explaining that to our audience.
Yeah, I mean, having an LLC is going to help them with tax write-offs as well. Pay
Absolutely.
for free.
Absolutely. And another thing that a lot of entrepreneurs struggle with is credit. So, what are
Mm.
some of the ways that credit repair services can help entrepreneurs become more financially prepared for funding and expansion?
So the credit repair is actually stopping a lot of businesses even start the business because the funding is where it begins for the most part, especially in this economy. A lot of people, even if you get paid a lot of money for your whatever you're doing 9 to 5 corporate job, you don't have enough to save because you got bills. And with your credit, usually what we do is when somebody's struggling with their credit, for the most part, they're also struggling with their income because it's not enough. So, what you're offering a free credit consultation, and then what we're gonna take a look at is how to build, how to fix, and how to dispute some of those negative marks. We're going to update their credit profile, and that will help them get to a point where they can be somebody who's worthy of funding. So, your credit is going to help them, especially with the interest rate. So, 100 points higher or lower in your credit score is going to determine whether you're going to have to pay a few $100s more or less on your credit and as far as your interest rate.
And let my audience know because we also do business and personal credit. So, can you talk a little bit about the personal credit repair as well?
Yeah, so the personal credit repair is just going to repair their personal credit. So if they buy a house, if they buy a car, if they even get an insurance premium, or if they try to get a job, that's what we're going to help them with. If you don't know that, now you know. Your credit score is going to help you even with your insurance premium and your hiring index. So that is your personal loan. We're going to get rid of all of your foreclosures, bankruptcy, evictions, child support, judgments, everything, late payments, and we do it all legally. It is more than using a credit repair company because you're actually going to dispute it yourself with our AI software. So the other part, which is a business credit building, is we're going to build their business credit That way, they can be recognized by the lenders and the bank as a worthy business getting funded, not just a person who needs some money. So we're going to build them from tier 1 to tier 4. Your tier 4 is your highest credit limit. A lot of business owners or young entrepreneurs, they think they know how to build their business credit, but they only get to tier 1 and they always make a mistake. And then when it's time for them to build their business credit so that they can expand their business, it's too late because they're going to have to go back to the beginning.
And that's a great point that you brought up because a lot of people, especially us young entrepreneurs, we look for that business credit and how to build that business credit. So thank you for breaking that down to my audience on the tiers because people, as you said, stay stuck in tier 1. So if you
Mhm.
need that service, definitely hit me up on that as well. Now, let's switch over to funding because again, funding is another area where a lot of people struggle with. So, how can I help clients determine whether a business loan, a personal loan, or funding options is the right fit for their goals?
Right? So the personal loan could be anything from school loans, car loans, could be vacation, wedding, anything, right? Emergency funding or a debt consolidation, that's another topic. But if it's anything that you might need to for funding for yourself, that would be a personal loan, especially with that consolidation. With the business funding, that's something that you might want to fund your business with as far as when you're starting a business, starting some type of consultation, want to offer some type of services, that would be your business funding. You cannot get a business funding for your own personal needs. I just wanted to add, so with personal loans, sometimes you can actually do that to start your business. Just closing it.
And there's different levels and different loans for everybody out there. So if you're looking for that business funding, or if you're just looking for a personal loan, definitely reach out on that because there are different options for everybody out there, y'all. So definitely if you're starting a business or even if you're already in business and making funds and just want to increase it, definitely give me a call on that one as well because again, we offer different types of loans for everybody out there. Now, Miss
Mhm.
Vicky, switching over to the nonprofits area, because a lot of people right now are very passionate about serving their communities. What particular services do we offer to help nonprofits?
Actually, we have services available for nonprofits that are religious organizations. So it doesn't matter whether they are a church or just a religious organization, as long as they have been registered with their state as a religious organization or a church, we are able to sign them up for a free program. Yes, I said free. So this program is called the church program, but again, it's for anybody that is a religious organization that has their NA, I believe, and they are able to go ahead and sign up, and they're able to sign up for free. It's designed to help churches and these religious organizations raise the funds they need while providing financial literacy, financial services to the church congregation and the community that they serve. And the goal is to improve their financial lives. And this program is something that they would sign up for free. They don't pay any cost up front or monthly for the program. They get a custom landing page for their church or the organization explaining the program, and they get the same training and products and services that we get as affiliates with the company. It's an amazing program. They'll receive weekly and monthly commissions from enrollments, and all of that goes into the church's fund. So, an amazing program for churches.
And thank you for breaking that down because a lot of churches are beginning. So I do want to ask you a quick follow up, Miss Vicky. As long as they're registered correct, it doesn't matter if they've been a church for a certain amount of time. Does that matter, or is that a big factor into the program?
Not at all. As long as they've registered and they've got their documentation, they can apply for the church program for free.
So even my churches out there, there's a program specifically for y'all as well. So if you need that church funding to help you whether if it's for bills or activities that you want to do within your church, please reach out on that one as well. Now, ladies, for my coaches, because I deal with a lot of life coaches and consultants and people in the healthcare industry, what financial systems do you recommend to help them move from solopreneurship to becoming a business owner?
I believe from for them to become a solopreneurs to become business owners, they need to have some type of financial services and other services that they don't need any licenses or certifications for, that they can still offer all these financial services and some products. That way they can expand their business and actually fortify what they're doing. So, for example, for coaches and consultants, you're already being a consultant and being a coach, could be a life coach, business coach, or anything like that. But for you to have some type of financial services that you can offer your clients, you can actually have a better business overall, right? And now you're not only having that one stream of income, but you can actually have these multiple streams of income while providing value to your clients. Because guess what? What are the types of the financial services that we offer? We have credit repair, we have free LLC setup, we have business funding, personal loan, debt help. You can just reach out to John Tay and she'll hook you up with a lot of these financial services. All of this, which is you don't even have to pay anything up front. You just need to know what we do in order for you to determine what you need for yourself. Yeah.
Absolutely, and that was well said, Roselle, because a lot of coaches out here get all different types of clients, especially when it comes to business coaches, and funding is a major issue for a lot of them, and they don't know which bank to go to or who to recommend them to. So think for yourself, if you expand into this business and put those services on your own resume, then at the same time, you can provide the same services that you're already providing to your clients while also being that reference source that they need to get funding, set up their LLCs, get their credit in line. So definitely that was a great point to bring up, Roselle, because when we all think about entrepreneurship, we're all thinking of different ways to expand ourselves. And I think that would be perfect for my coaches and my consultants out there as well. Now, for my media people, because I have several podcasters, people that own magazines, people that's in the media, and content creators as well that's in my audience. Which of these particular services help them improve their financial stability and become more attractive to lenders?
I believe, of course, a lot of these services can offer depending on what type of business they're running, especially if they're just starting, whether they're just starting or they already have a bunch of clients. So, if you're a media professional or a content creator and you are trying to offer some type of products, we have direct to consumer financing. So, a lot of people have not heard of this, but if you become a part of the direct to consumer financing, you are able to offer financing directly to your customers that will be applied to the products or the services that you're offering. Say, for example, offer some podcasting for other professionals in your business because you already have the setup. Now, you say, oh, your fee is $2,000 per month, but they don't have that. And you can actually literally offer 6 months of media, right? For the direct to consumer, they will pay the direct to consumer financing. You get your 2 times 6, $12,000 upfront. Now you can grow your business. Now they can do what they want to do as far as podcasting. It's endless possibilities. So if you are a media professional, a content creator, get definitely get hooked up with Miss Jante because she has a lot of services.
And again, well said, because a lot of my media professionals out there, they are now starting to incorporate charging and things that, and people may not have the funding either. So again, my media professionals and even my content creators who may just need funding for creating content and things like that, think about that personal loan and helping you expand as well. So if you know that you need the funding to continue expanding just with my coaches and my consultants, it's for y'all too. I'm not leaving nobody out today. So now, when a client works with me particularly, how do the LLC, the credit repair, and funding service work together to complete a business growth strategy rather than addressing just one single challenge?
Anytime somebody is trying to become a business owner, you have to have some type of sacrifice, whether that's gotta lie low on the overtime for now. So I may need some business funding, but oh, wait, I missed the payment last time. So I need credit repair to get that. Setting up your LLC, you might need a personal loan to get that started and business going. And then once you get to that part where you want to get funded for business loan, one of our most popular business funding is called the startup business loan. And that is not requiring any time in business. It is also not requiring any minimum revenue per month. Reason why I said that is because if you go to a commercial bank, Chase, PNC, Bank of America, all of those things, they will require 2 years in business, 2 years in tax report, and a few $1,000s. But in here, we don't. We don't require those things. But what do we require? 680 credit score. And we know 2 out of 4 does not have that fair credit score, does not have that good credit score. So we can help them with a credit repair and then get them right back to the business funding. So the good thing about these loans, by the way, that we have not mentioned yet is it's free application and it's a soft pull on their credit. So even if they already got a business funding from a bank and they got 20% in interest, maybe they want to use your link because they might get a better interest rate without hurting their credit score again. To think about.
Exactly, and I like to call it a one-stop shop. So you
Mhm.
they are getting all the services that you need from the LLC to if you need the credit repair plus the funding all in one person. You don't have to talk to a million people. You don't have to go and do all of this extra paperwork and things that you literally just dealing with one person throughout the entire process. So it's literally a one-stop shop, y'all. And I do wanna talk about because you ladies have been doing this for a while now. So I know a lot of people out here are wondering, what transformations have you seen happen when organizations gain access to these resources?
Wow. What I've seen happen, and I'm just going to use a personal story related to the church program. And I love the church program so much because I am a minister as well as a fintech consultant. And I've seen so many churches that struggled fundraising, things of that nature. So rather than selling chicken dinners, rather than selling t-shirts or taffy apples or whatever, I've seen my first church that I signed up, they actually like $500 within an hour of signing up because everybody signed up for a high yield savings account while we were right there, as an example. Another example would be some needed loans, some of the congregation needed loans. So they applied for loans while they were there. Now, that process didn't happen immediately, but for those that were there who signed up for those high yield savings accounts, that was amazing. And there is a story about a church in Mississippi that signed up members for high yield savings accounts and earned something like $19,000, I believe. Roselle, you probably know the story better
Yes.
than I do. That
Over
church.
yep. Over $18,000 out of the high yield savings account is what they have one of the biggest churches in the county, and they were able to do that. And we have, aside from the not the nonprofit, we also have a minister that joined our business, and she's I don't have enough money coming in from the social security, and now I'm getting $500 residual income, not to count the commission part of it. And yours truly right here, Miss Vicky, that's her story. And then I have a I
Yes.
yeah, and I haven't told you about it, but I'm an Illinois realtor as well. I have a client that went on the program for the credit repair 2 months ago. He just bought a house 2 weeks ago for $375,000 here in South Elgin, Illinois. And then I have an elderly who went for the credit repair. 2 months later, he refinanced his car, $180 less every month. That's utility money.
Yeah.
We're
Wow.
helping a lot of people transform their lives when they get access to these financial services. So don't sleep on it.
That's
And I do wanna bring up because Miss Vicky did talk about that high yield savings account. Let's talk about that really quick. What is the importance of having a high yield savings account, especially as an entrepreneur?
think about it. How much do you get every month from a typical bank? 0.01%. So for every $100 that you have in your savings account, guess how much money you're going to get? 12 cents a year, right? A penny a month. With a high yield savings account right now, first of all, you don't have to have a minimum amount to put in the account, and there are no monthly fees at all. You can open the account for free. And then when you do fund the account, your interest rate is going to be 3.1% APY, meaning a 310% increase over what you would get at a regular bank. And it can be boosted up for 6 months up to 3.8%. So it could be a 380% increase. Everybody should have a high yield savings account. I had heard about them. I didn't know what they were until I joined this company. And then I found out what they were. That's the first thing I did was open my high yield savings account. Everybody should have one. And since we offer it for free and we're not charging any money, go ahead and open you a high yield savings account, get with Jante, and allow her to help you get started on your savings journey.
Thank you for breaking that down, Miss Vicky, because I agree. Even if you're not an entrepreneur, you need a high yield savings account because a lot of banks are getting over on people when it comes to these accounts, and you're losing money in the end. So if you're a person that really want to make money while saving money, definitely hit me up on that high yield savings account. Now, ladies, I know there are some women out there who may be going, okay, I want in on this. Can they join the business?
Absolutely.
They can join the business. Absolutely. How did you and I meet, Jante? I sent you a note on LinkedIn, right? And you responded to it.
Yep.
Brought you into a meeting and you met with Roselle and I. And then you saw the opportunity and you were like, wait, I'm ready. Where do I sign? And that's the way it works.
That's amazing because that not only that they can offer these financial services right at the very day that they apply as a part of the affiliate program, they can also offer this for themselves. They can be a customer for themselves. They can offer it to their family members, their friends, and anywhere in 50 states in Puerto Rico and Guam. You actually have the whole nation as your marketing field and don't even need any licenses or certifications.
Perfectly said, ladies, because one Zoom call could change your life, y'all. It really
Yeah.
can. And it did, it's changed my life. I am super excited to be a fintech consultant and offering this to all the people that is in my community because I know a lot of people struggle with a lot of these areas. So I am super excited to help anybody and everybody out there that is ready to get started. So definitely give me a call. And ladies, it has truly been an honor having you both here today. Any last words before we adjourn today's meeting?
Thank you so much for inviting us, first of all. And of course, thank you for putting this together because I'm pretty sure people that are in the same boat as you before, they are looking for you. They are looking for you to get with and have all these services under their belt as well. So yeah, congratulations in advance.
Thank you. Thank you. Any last words, Miss Vicky?
I would just say thank you for inviting me on and thank you for trusting me and to do what I promised you I would do if you came to the company with us. And you're the testimony that what we say we'll do, we will do. So you'll have the support you need. So come to reach out to John Terry and allow her to show you something that will be life changing.
And I'm telling you, I have a team of people around me who have been nothing but supportive and very encouraging in this process. So if you're looking for a true family, if you're looking for people that's going to help you in this process, reach out, become an affiliate because I'm telling you, the culture it is amazing, y'all. And with that, ladies, today's meeting is now adjourned. Thanks again to my mentors, Miss Vicky Holmes and Miss Roselle Hampton, for coming on and sharing my new business venture with everybody. And you guys make sure that you're subscribed to About Her Business wherever you receive podcasts so you never miss whenever I upload. Also, leave me some comments down in that comment section and let me know if you want to join as an affiliate or if you need my services. Until we meet next time, keep those goals tight, that circle tighter, and that bank account growing.